Today, I want to talk to you about noises and sounds. This podcast is for beginner English listeners. There are certain noises and sounds that make me feel irritated. And there are certain noises and sounds that make me feel happy or peaceful. Gentle sounds like the rain falling or the waves crashing make me feel very calm and peaceful. The sound of being underwater in the ocean or a pool. I love the crackling noise of the water when I'm underwater. I also love the sound of the breeze, the wind blowing the trees, even the wind blowing the wind chimes. The wind chimes can make music with only wind. I love taking a nap outside in the hammock. A hammock is my favorite place to take a nap, especially if I'm outside listening to the breeze and hearing the waves crashing. But any water sounds in general, I really enjoy listening to. Anything that has to do with water or rain, I love listening to. What's a soothing sound or noise that you enjoy hearing? A soothing, gentle, peaceful noise. Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I will continue speaking about the sounds and noises that I listen to. The trickling rain, different gentle and soft sounds give me goosebumps. What's a sound that gives you goosebumps? Sometimes I get the chills. The chills is when you get goosebumps. Are there any sounds that give you goosebumps or the chills? And are there any sounds that remind you of a certain place or person? For example, there is this one man who goes around on his bicycle and he blows a whistle and he sells camotes. He sells a sweet treat in Mexico. So, whenever I hear that whistle, I know he's here. Or another example, when the garbage collectors come to take my trash or my garbage or my recycled material, they ring a bell, ding, 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 to tell me that they are here. So I run, I get all my trash, all my recycled things, and I put them outside. Then he boom, 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 rings his bell and takes my trash. What sounds remind you of a certain person or maybe a service that somebody does in your town? Some sounds even make me feel nostalgic. I miss people or places or moments from listening to a song or hearing a certain phrase. Different things can make me feel nostalgic. What's a song or noise or sound that makes you feel nostalgic? Remember, a noise is more like something that's not so good. A sound is usually good, and music is with rhythm, like a song.
Hello, welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I will be speaking for beginner English listeners. Today, I want to talk about my friends. I have a few friends. Very few friends. But very good friends. Whenever I feel stressed or frustrated from work, from life, I can always talk to my friends. I can always vent to my friends. My friends make me smile. When I'm feeling down, they always make me laugh. I laugh a lot with my friends. We laugh about everything. Who makes you smile when you feel down? Who makes you laugh when you feel sad? Sometimes I will go eat with my friends. We like to eat tacos. I always get the longaniza tacos. Those are my favorite tacos. I like to hang out with my friends. We hang out at the mall, at the market, at the fair, at restaurants. We hang out everywhere. I don't know what I would do without my friends. The full version is on Spotify and YouTube. Try not to read the subtitles. Just listen. Hello. Welcome to my English Slow podcast. A podcast to practice listening to English for beginners. Today, I'll talk about my daily routine. My daily routine is what I do every day. In the morning, I wake up at 7 a.m. I brush my teeth, I wash my face, and then I eat breakfast. My favorite breakfast is oatmeal. Oatmeal with bananas, strawberries, and honey. I eat oatmeal every day. What is your favorite breakfast? What do you usually eat for breakfast? After breakfast, I do yoga. I love doing yoga and stretching every day. Then I get ready for work. I am an English teacher. I teach English. I teach 2 students. My students are from Ukraine, Colombia, Germany, Russia, and Mexico. What is your job? After teaching, I study. I study Mandarin Chinese. Then I eat lunch. I normally eat a sandwich for lunch. What do you normally eat for lunch? After lunch, I get ready for my dance class. I dance salsa. I go every Tuesday and Thursday to dance class. I love dancing. Do you like to dance? What do you like to do in your free time? In the evening, I relax at home. I watch TV. I read a book. Sometimes I cook pasta for dinner. I love Alfredo pasta. What is your favorite dinner? Do you like to cook? I love cooking. At 11 p.m., I go to sleep. I love sleeping. I love feeling cozy and comfy. What about your daily routine? What do you usually do every day? Hello. Welcome back to my Slow English podcast. This podcast is for intermediate listeners. Today, I want to talk to you about my weekend, about what I did over the weekend. This Friday, I went with my good friend, Emmy. Emmy lives in Mexico City. I arrived around 6 o'clock. I arrived near the city center. We met up and we walked all around the city, talking to strangers, trying new bars, trying new restaurants. We sang and we danced and we laughed a lot. Around 5 a.m., we ordered an Uber back home. We got a few hours of sleep, and in the afternoon, we woke up and ate Chinese food. We went to the mall to eat Chinese food. I absolutely love Chinese food. I could eat it every day. Then we decided to head to the tianguis and buy some clothes from the paca. The paca is where they sell lots and lots of cheap clothing. 20 pesos, 50 pesos. I got a few things for my Brazil trip. Then we went home and started getting ready for our next outing. We put on some music and we chose our outfits and our makeup. We listened to music and ate a cup of ramen noodles for lunch. Then we took the metro to the center of town and met up with some friends. We went to a karaoke bar and sang. We sang Nunca es suficiente, Igual que un ángel, Perfecta de Miranda, and Rehab by Amy Winehouse. After, we head to a bar and danced all night long. It was a very fun weekend. I feel full of confidence after a beautiful weekend with my friend Emmy. He and I always have the most fun days ever. What did you do over the weekend? Did you try anything new or see something new? Hello, welcome back to my Slow English podcast, a podcast for English learners to practice listening. Today, I will talk to you about languages. Languages are very interesting to me. I think languages connect people from all around the world. Languages take time and patience, but the feeling when you finally learn a new language is wonderful. The feeling of understanding one sentence or even understanding one word feels so good. Every language is so different. Every language has its own special identity. Different tones, different pronunciation. I personally love learning new languages. I love teaching students new words, new phrases, new idioms, so they can eventually use them themselves. What language, apart from English, do you want to learn? If you could download any language into your brain, would you do it? Or do you enjoy the process of learning? Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I want to talk about working from home. Working from home means that you work in your house. You do not go to an office. You sit at your desk and you use your computer. Many people like working from home. Why? Why do you think? I think it's because you can wear pajamas all day long because there is no traffic and because you can stay at home with your dog or your cat or your children. But sometimes working from home is not easy. Sometimes I feel lonely. Do you work from home? Do you like it? What are the pros and cons of working from home? Follow me on YouTube and Spotify for more slow English. Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today is an advanced English listening practice, and I will continue to talk about my sickness. I feel like I am congested and I have a terrible cough. But I think it's because last week I was doing things every single day. I swear I took around 40,000 steps every single day just from exploring Rio. And I remember checking my steps every day. So I think I pushed my body a little bit too far, a little over the edge. And now I'm paying the price. I've been feeling super congested, like every time I blow my nose, I don't know how, it never stops. It's like there's an unlimited supply in my nose, always. And I don't know where it's coming from at this point. Also, with my terrible cough, it's one of those tickles in my throat where it doesn't go away. I hate coughing. On Monday, I had a sore throat, but I don't have a sore throat anymore. And I have to say, this sickness isn't that bad. Comparing it to other times I have been sick, one time I had salmonella and I literally didn't move from my bed for 2 whole weeks. Any movement or nudge would make me spin and feel dizzy and make me throw up. Every food I ate made me feel nauseous. I lost so much weight during that week. What's the worst sickness you've ever had? What was it like, and why was it the worst?
Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I want to talk to you about my trip so far in Puerto Escondido. I got here last week around 8 p.m. My flight landed at the airport and we all disembarked the plane. I ordered a taxi and I arrived at my hostel. I talked with some other guests and volunteers. I ate a little bit of fruit and I went to sleep. The next morning, I went for a little walk to get some vegetables and fruits for my breakfast. And after my first shift, I walked to the night market that night and I bought a hat, a new hat with all the rims to cover me from the sun. The sun in Puerto Escondido is really intense. And if you don't wear sunscreen or a hat, you can get sunburnt. A sunburn is all red around here. Have you ever gotten a sunburn on your face, shoulders, skin in general? If so, how often do you get sunburns? If you don't get a sunburn, do you just get tan without getting red? After walking around the night market, I finally felt a little bit hungry. So we walked to Boneyard, a place where people skate. And you can also eat pizzas. So I ordered a pizza. I watched people skate. And I talked with a couple new friends. It was a very fun night. Then I arrived at my hostel around 2 a.m. and I finally went to sleep. What did you do this weekend? Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Have you ever said something in English and someone didn't understand you? Maybe you were nervous, or maybe your pronunciation was just a little bit off. That used to happen to me all the time in Spanish. I would say a word and the other person would look confused. It was frustrating. That's why I love Lingo Panda. Lingo Panda helps you speak clearly with real-time feedback. You speak, and the app tells you exactly which word was incorrect and how to fix it. You can practice short conversations and get instant corrections and feel more confident every time you speak. If you're learning English and you want to sound more natural, Lingo Panda is for you. Check out the link in my bio. Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I want to tell you about the trip that I'm planning to go to Thailand again. I went to Thailand about 2 years ago, and I absolutely loved it. I loved the food, I loved the people, I loved the nature, the buildings from Bangkok, big cities, to Koh Tao,
small, remote islands. And ever since I went 2 years ago, I have been wanting to go again. So I booked my flight on October 13th, and I will be flying to Bangkok City. I can't wait to show you guys everything that I see there. I won't just be visiting Thailand, though. I will also visit China, Japan, and Korea with my sister. Are there any countries that you have always wanted to visit? Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. The biggest challenge in English learning is speaking. I have students who know everything about English grammar, and they have extensive vocabulary in English. They also understand everything that I say, but they just can't speak. They get so tongue-tied. But a good way of practicing speaking and getting rid of those nerves is by using LingoPanda. LingoPanda has so many ways to practice your English, from speaking lessons with teachers to AI chats, where you will listen and answer, allowing you to practice listening and responding by chatting with this AI chat.
Hello. What type of coffee would you like to have?
I'll have one large macchiato, please.
One large macchiato coming right up for you today.
Thanks a lot.
Would you prefer whole milk or a non-dairy milk alternative in it?
I would prefer almond milk, please.
I'll substitute the regular milk with almond milk for your macchiato.
Thank you.
That'll be $4.50, please. Would you like to pay now or have me get it ready to go?
I would like to pay now, please.
I'll get that ready for you to enjoy here.
Check out the link in my bio and start practicing speaking in English with LingoPanda. Hello. Welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I will talk to you about movies. My favorite movies to watch. I love watching movies in my free time. But I don't like watching movies alone. I prefer to watch movies with my family. Movies make me feel inspired and motivated. My favorite movie is Forrest Gump. Whenever I watch Forrest Gump, I feel inspired and motivated to do anything. Watching movies can also help your English listening by learning new words and hearing everyday conversations. With nonsense, you can improve and expand your vocabulary while watching your favorite movies. Learning this way is much more natural and fun. What is your favorite movie to practice English listening? Do you prefer to watch movies alone or with others? Let me know in the comments. Check out my link in the description below to download Nonsense and improve your English listening skills. Bye. Okay, I have a little secret to share. I recently started taking these natural supplements from Windboss that help me with my anxiety, my sleep, and stress. When my mind won't stop thinking, when my anxiety and energy is all over the place, and when I just can't seem to fall asleep. These 3 supplements, magnesium, ashwagandha, and inositol, these 3 supplements help you with all of those problems, and all in a very natural way. They'll make you feel good, I promise.
Hello. Welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I want to talk to you about interviews, job interviews. This is to practice vocabulary for B1 English levels. My experience with job interviews is very vast. I have a variety of skills, and I have had a variety of different jobs. I always keep my resume or CV updated. Any new qualifications or new experience, I always keep it up to date on my CV. Are there any employment positions on your CV right now? I have worked in a few different areas. I have worked in education, translation, transcription, and curriculum creating. How important is your resume to you? How important is it to keep it up to date for your employment positions? I have only ever had part-time jobs. I have never had a full-time job. I like to keep my schedule flexible because I like to travel and I need a flexible schedule to manage different time zones. Do you have a part-time job or a full-time job? Another big part of job interviews are your skills. What are your skills?
Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I want to talk about social media. Social media is kinda a weird thing, right? Sometimes I love it. I get inspired by new ideas. I laugh. I learn new things. And I stay connected with the people that I love. But other times, it just makes me feel tired or like I'm not doing enough. I start comparing myself to everyone. Their perfect photos or their perfect lives. So lately, I've been trying to use social media differently. I try to post honestly my true self because at the end of the day, I don't want to spend my whole life looking at a screen. What about you? How do you feel about social media these days? Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I want to talk about job interviews. Job interviews can be scary sometimes, but I've learned that they don't have to be. And it's good to say things like, I'm a fast learner. I work well under pressure. Or I love solving things as a team. Those kind of phrases really help. Before an interview, I always try and breathe and remind myself they just want to know who I am. One time, I had an interview where nothing went as I planned it. The internet stopped working and I forgot everything that I wanted to say. But I smiled and I kept going. And in the end, I got the job. So now I always tell myself it's okay to be nervous. It's okay to mess up. Just be real. How about you? Have you ever had a job interview? How did it go? Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I want to talk about an idiom that we use in English very often. Pull it off. This means to succeed, even when something is difficult. Like my Wi-Fi was terrible during my lesson, but somehow I pulled it off. It went great. It was a super bad connection. My camera kept on freezing and my slides weren't working. My microphone was crackling. But sometimes, even if it's messy, you can still pull it off. And I did. At the end of the lesson, my student told me, "That was a great lesson. Have you ever pulled something off? Even when you didn't think you could?" Another example, "I thought I couldn't pull off a shaved head, but 3 years ago, I shaved my head and I pulled it off. I looked really good." What's a look that you think you can pull off well?
Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I'm excited to talk about parents. My parents are my mom and my dad. Our parents are the people who raised us. I am very close with my parents. I call them every day. I don't always agree with them, but I love eating dinner with them, cooking with them, talking and gossiping with them. I also love celebrating holidays with them. Holidays like Christmas or Easter or Thanksgiving. What's a holiday that you enjoy spending with your parents? As I grow up, I begin appreciating my parents more and more. Now, I am more patient and more grateful with them. What about you? What's one thing that you've learned from your parents? Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. The biggest challenge in English learning is speaking. I have students who know everything about English grammar, and they have extensive vocabulary in English. They also understand everything that I say, but they just can't speak. They get so tongue-tied. But a good way of practicing speaking and getting rid of those nerves is by using LingoPanda. LingoPanda has so many ways to practice your English, from speaking lessons with teachers to AI chats, where you will listen and answer, allowing you to practice listening and responding by chatting with this AI chat.
Hello. What type of coffee would you like to have?
I'll have one large macchiato, please.
One large macchiato coming right up for you today.
Thanks a lot.
Would you prefer whole milk or a non-dairy milk alternative in it?
I would prefer almond milk, please.
I'll substitute the regular milk with almond milk for your macchiato.
Thank you.
That'll be $4.50, please. Would you like to pay now or have me get it ready to go?
I would like to pay now, please.
I'll get that ready for you to enjoy here.
Check out the link in my bio and start practicing speaking in English with LingoPanda. Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I want to talk about dating apps. I think dating apps are okay, but personally, I don't like using them. I haven't had a good experience with them in the past. I think dating apps can be deceiving. You don't know if the person is telling the truth about who they are. But at the same time, I understand dating apps because I get really lonely sometimes, and I just want someone to spend time with. Nowadays, it can be very hard to meet someone in person, especially if you don't go to school anymore, or if you have an online job like me. For me, I got especially lonely after high school because I didn't go to college and I worked online. So it was really hard to make friends or to meet people.
Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. I've been thinking about routines lately. Some days I feel very productive. I wake up early, I stretch, I drink water, I do all of the things that I say I would do. And other days, I just want to lie in bed and scroll on my phone, and that's okay too. But I'm learning that the best way is to start with small good habits, like making your bed, going for a short walk, and eating a healthy breakfast. I also love writing in the morning. It helps me stay focused. What about you? What's one thing that you do every day that helps you feel good? Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Do you want to learn how to code, but you find it too difficult? Let me tell you about Emergent AI. I love this because my podcast is about learning English step by step, slowly, clearly, and with help. And Emergent is an AI-powered coding platform that does the same thing, but for coding. Emergent AI is an app builder where you can go from an idea to the product instantly, just by chatting with AI. In just 3 months' time, they have had 1 million builders across 130 countries. Over 1 million production apps produced. In just 3 months, they've already had all of this. 15 million ARR with 25,000 paying clients. And now, investors are betting on every player who builds. Backing Emergent with 23 million in funding. And here's something cool. Twin brothers who are the co-founders of Emergent just write the idea and AI helps you build it into real coding. So, if you've ever wanted to create an app, a website, or simply understand coding, check out Emergent. I'll leave the link in my bio. Hello, and welcome back to my slow English podcast. I usually hate getting extensions on my nails. I prefer getting normal nails, short nails, because I'm always using my hands. Always. When I'm trying to work out or do yoga or do the dishes or even climb a tree, maybe. But I love feeling fancy with my nails. When I type on my computer or on my phone, or when I grab my water bottle, I love the sound. But I know in a couple weeks, I will be hating these nails. But for now, I can tolerate them. Plus, I only really got them because I'm going to New York, so I can feel fancy in New York. Do you like getting your nails done? Do you prefer getting long nails or short nails? Hello, and welcome back to my slow English podcast. Today, I will be interviewing in the streets of New York. If you were a color, what color would you be?
I'd probably be the color blue because I feel like I really just go with the flow, let life happen, and I'm very calm and patient.
When was the last time you lied?
The last time I lied was probably when I said I could finish 2 smoothies.
What's one thing you miss about your childhood?
I miss being able to spend time with my siblings and probably being a little more carefree.
What's a life-changing moment that you've experienced?
Probably a life-changing moment was when my family moved to Mexico to be with my dad, who was an illegal immigrant.
Thank you for listening to my slow English podcast, and follow for more.
Hola y bienvenidos de nuevo a mi podcast lento en español. Hoy quiero hablar de mi familia. Mi hermana y yo vamos a ir a Nueva York. Nueva York es una ciudad muy grande y yo siempre he querido visitarlo. Ahorita yo estoy con mi hermana en Estados Unidos, en el estado de Nebraska. Pero Yo vivo en México, en Hidalgo. Mi familia mexicana no sabe hablar inglés, pero mi familia americana no sabe hablar español. Por eso yo quiero ayudar a mi familia mexicana tanto como a mi familia americana. ¿Y tu familia de dónde es? Comenta abajo.
Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I am at my aunt's house. She lives in the United States, specifically Nebraska. I have had a wonderful trip so far. Today, I bought a new hat for only $6 at the thrift shop. And I bought my favorite Cheetos, Flaming Hot Cheetos. I love the Cheetos in the United States. I don't know why they taste different from the Cheetos in Mexico. Not bad, just different. I have been eating so much junk food in the United States. Donuts, hot dogs, nachos, Cheetos, cinnamon rolls, anything bad that you can think of, I have eaten. I decided to make a new podcast for Spanish learners. So if you know anyone who wants to learn Spanish, then show them the Slow Spanish podcast. Hopefully, you guys enjoy my new videos I will be posting, and have a wonderful day. And comment down below what topics or new ideas should I start creating for you. Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. I will be traveling with my family to the USA with my mom, brother, and sister. It's such a relief traveling with my family. Traveling alone is fun and all, but even the smallest things, like going to the bathroom, are a pain. I have to take all of my bags and luggage with me everywhere. I have to sit alone and eat. I have to find my own gate and wait all by myself. I'm fine with doing all of those things, but I miss doing them with my family. All of those tedious tasks and stressful moments are so much less stressful when I have my family around. My mom and sister
always take care of finding the gate. My brother goes to the store for me, and we can all just sit and talk and wait for our flight to arrive. What do you think? Is it better traveling alone or traveling with someone? Leave your comment down below and follow me on YouTube for more slow English.
Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I'm at a cafe. I am at a cafe right now. I ordered a coconut coffee in the past. I paid for my coffee with my credit card. And I said thank you to the kind lady who attended me. I love coconut coffee. Now I'm sitting at a small round table outside while I watch people pass by. I watch people cross the road and pass in front of me. It's one of my favorite things to do. Sitting down at a coffee shop while I watch people passing by and I drink and think. And I thought I should share that with you as a fun way to practice English listening. Did you notice which sentences I used in present simple and which sentences I used in past simple? Let me know in the comments.
Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I want to talk about pain. There are different types of pain, right? But today, I want to talk about physical pain because my rib has been hurting really bad lately. I was working out, but the day after, I woke up with intense aching in my rib. You know that feeling when you just ate and then you go for a walk or a run and you start to feel pain in your ribs? That's exactly how I felt all day. It didn't make any sense. And the pain continued the next few days. I couldn't move or breathe too deep or yawn or sneeze because my ribs and lungs were in so much pain. I hate being in pain. It drives me crazy, but it makes me feel grateful for the days when I feel healthy and without pain. What's the worst part of being in pain for you? Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. Today, I want to talk about my family. I have a relatively big family. I have 2 siblings, 1 brother, and 1 sister. My brother is 15 years old, and my sister is 24 years old. Do you have any siblings? How old are they? My siblings are fun to hang out with. They are both very kind and patient with me. I sometimes can be very stubborn and irritable. I am easily frustrated, but they are usually very patient with me. One thing my sister does a lot is procrastinate. She procrastinates all the time. She is always putting things off to the last minute. If she has something to finish in 1 week, she leaves it to the last day to start. My brother, however, is more responsible, but he can be lazy sometimes. He can be a total couch potato. A couch potato is someone who doesn't want to leave the couch. They just want to sit and watch TV and eat all day. But everyone has their own problems. My sister, my brother, and I all have our own issues. What do you think one of your problems is? Are you a procrastinator? Are you stubborn? Are you lazy? Maybe a couch potato sometimes? Let me know in the comments below. And subscribe to my YouTube channel for more slow English videos. Bye. Hello, and welcome back to my Slow English podcast. This week, I went to Mexico City. I love going to big cities. I love trying all the best restaurants in the city. I love shopping. I love just walking around and exploring. Do you like visiting big cities? What do you like about big cities? Today, I will relax at my Airbnb. I plan on watching movies, eating food, and resting. What will you do today? Follow for more slow English podcasts. Hello, and welcome back to my slow English podcast. This podcast is for beginner listeners. Today, I want to talk about sleep and rest. Today, I woke up late. I woke up around 10 a.m. I was so sleepy. I went to bed last night and I woke up at 10 a.m. That means I got 11 hours of sleep. I usually don't sleep that much, but last night I was really tired. So I like to give my body lots of rest and care when I feel low on energy. A good night's sleep is so important for me. If I don't get my full 8 hours of sleep, I can't function the next day. And luckily, I got to sleep in late this morning. But usually, I have to wake up at 8 a.m. And it's so frustrating when I can't fall asleep at night. Because if I have to wake up early, then I don't get enough sleep. Sometimes when I can't sleep, I just lay in bed and wait and think, but I just can't fall asleep. How many hours of sleep do you need every night? Do you get enough sleep at night? Let me know in the comments below. Hello, and welcome back to my slow English podcast. Today, I am at home. I came back home. I like talking about home. I like thinking about home. Home brings nice feelings. It warms my heart to be around my family. And when I was younger, I had lots of different homes in Nebraska, Iowa, Pachuca, Puebla. But for me, my home has always been wherever my family is. My mom, my dad, my brother, and my sister make home for me. And of course, my comfortable bed and chair and desk to work. What makes you feel at home? Comment your answers down below.